Frontal lobe, the executive suite of the brain. The frontal lobe, the largest of the brain's four major lobes, is a key player in a myriad of complex behaviors and functions. Located at the front of the brain, right behind the forehead, it extends back to the central sulcus, a deep fold that separates it from the parietal lobe. The frontal lobe is instrumental in higher cognitive functions, motor skills, and speech. Below, we delve into its anatomy, functions, and significance in everyday life. Anatomy of the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe can be divided into several regions, each with specific roles. Prefrontal cortex, the anterior part of the frontal lobe, involved in complex behaviors and decision-making. Premotor cortex, located just in front of the primary motor cortex. It is involved in planning and organizing movements. Primary motor cortex, located on the precentral gyrus. It is crucial for the execution of voluntary movements. Broca's area, typically located in the left hemisphere. This area is vital for speech production and language processing. Functions of the frontal lobe. 1. Executive functions. The frontal lobe is often referred to as the brain's executive suite because it is heavily involved in executive functions, which include decision-making, weighing options and making choices based on judgment and reasoning. Problem-solving, identifying problems, formulating strategies, and finding solutions. Planning and organizing, setting goals, developing plans, and organizing tasks and activities. 2. Movement and motor skills. Voluntary movements. The primary motor cortex sends signals to the muscles, enabling voluntary movement of various body parts. Motor planning. The premotor cortex and supplementary motor areas are involved in planning and coordinating complex movements, such as playing a musical instrument or typing. 3. Speech and language. Speech production. Broca's area, located in the left frontal lobe, is crucial for speech production and articulation. Damage to this area can result in Broca's aphasia, characterized by slow, laborious speech and difficulty in forming sentences, although comprehension typically remains intact. 4. Behavioral and emotional regulation. Impulse control. The prefrontal cortex helps regulate impulses and control inappropriate behaviors. Emotional regulation. It plays a role in managing emotions, aiding in the expression of socially appropriate responses. 5. Working memory. Short-term memory. The frontal lobe is involved in the temporary storage and manipulation of information necessary for complex cognitive tasks, such as reasoning, comprehension, and learning. Clinical significance. Frontal lobe damage. Damage to the frontal lobe can result from traumatic brain injury, stroke, tumors, or degenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's disease. The effects can be profound and varied, depending on the specific area affected. Motor deficits. Weakness or paralysis on the opposite side of the body if the primary motor cortex is damaged. Cognitive impairments. Difficulties with planning, decision-making, and problem-solving. Behavioral changes, increased impulsivity, inappropriate social behaviors, and changes in personality. Speech and language problems. Aphasia, particularly Broca's aphasia, which affects speech production. Neuropsychiatric disorders. The frontal lobe is implicated in various neuropsychiatric disorders. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder (ADHD), characterized by difficulties in maintaining attention, controlling impulses, and organizing tasks. Schizophrenia may involve dysfunctions in the prefrontal cortex, leading to impairments in executive functions and emotional regulation. Depression and anxiety. Abnormalities in the prefrontal cortex can contribute to mood disorders. The frontal lobe is a critical region of the brain, underpinning many of our most important cognitive, motor, and emotional functions. Its role in decision-making, problem-solving, planning, and regulating behavior and emotions highlights its significance in everyday life. Understanding the frontal lobe's functions and the impact of its dysfunctions provides valuable insights into how the brain works and underscores the complexity of human behavior and cognition. Thanks for watching. Got questions? Drop them in the comments below.